Hail to the king, baby.
Hello, YouTube. It's me. It's Michael B. Thank you so much for hanging out with me tonight. And it's Monday, so you know what that means. Another episode of Chill and Chat with Michael B. And tonight, we've got some positive news regarding Arcade1Up. I feel so good to say that, especially for those of us here in Canada. Good news, finally, after a long year and 2 years waiting for this product, something cool is coming. On top of that, today is a huge day. Today is the last new skin announcement for the AtGames Legends Pinball 4K for a very long time. Looks like the next 9 months, we finally got the reveal of Sea of Thieves, so we'll talk about that and what we think about the art design and all that stuff. There's not really a lot more to go on, but I'll give you what information I have. And then last but not least, right now, if you're like me and you're a big RPG gamer, JRPG gamer, call it what you want, action RPG, turn-based RPG, there's a pile of shit coming out. Like, so many friggin' good games that are either out right now concurrently and stuff coming on the horizon that I'm a little befuddled on what to do, and I can tell you my backlog is going to be absolutely effed in the B. Anyways, should be a fun show tonight. Let's rock and roll. This is Chill and Chat with Michael B. Whoa, Kevin. Whoa. Coming in hot with the super chat that's really uncomfortable. Whoa. Thank you very much for the super chat. I mean, positive as in good news. Really good news. Not like in that movie, The Dictator, where it was very confusing. Dear God, Kevin. So uncomfortable. Thanks for the super chat, buddy. Wow. Yeah. 19K Fox, new Sea of Thieves, 4KP needs purple lighting. 19K Fox, I needs to know what you did done do. 19K Fox, did you pick up an AtGames Legends Pinball 4K during the October sales event? Kongs R Us is only here to talk about Chrono Trigger. The guy won't let it go that I don't like Chrono Trigger. He says it's the best game on the Super Nintendo. I'm going to be honest with you. I prefer Chrono Cross. I don't know. Maybe I'm a sicko. I like Chrono Cross more than Trigger. Get that out of there. Anyways, let's go back and say hello to a couple people here in the chat. First up, we had Jason, my moderator. Happy Monday. Thank you very much, Jason. Super appreciated. Decadent Dave. It's me. It's Decadent D. Carlo always comes to my pinball streams, always plays along, says I've made him a better pinball player. If you're following me, I don't know how that's possible, but I actually am starting to feel a lot more confident in my pinball play. Like when I hit that number 3 on Xena, Warrior Princess there the other night, I was shocked because I was playing so bad. So thank you very much. Matt Asher Gaming's on Atlantic time now. He has no idea how I stay up. I have no idea either, brother. I think he said he's in Puerto Rico. I didn't know Puerto Rico was on Atlantic time, but Maybe it is. So we're in a very special time zone. So we have Atlantic time, and then Newfoundland has its own time zone, which is like a whole half hour ahead of Atlantic time. So it's kind of weird. I love what Carlo said here. Matt Asher, do you live in Atlantis? Dan Z, Dan in St. Louis, always good to see you, my brother. Jay Pace is here. Good news for Canada, and the home arcade space is sorely needed. Oh my God, is it ever? Like, we've got basically one new product in the last year, and that is the AtGames Legends Pinball 4K. Nothing else has come in. Like, it's been a full year since we got a new Arcade1Up, and it's been 2 years since we've seen an XL, so yeah, this is really good news. JJ doesn't have a Costco membership. I know. Kevin Clausen's here. I think he's got another super chat down there. Maybe a little bit more PC. My God. Peachy's here. Good to see you. Nova Sonic. Bill's Retro Gaming Show. Always good to see Bill. Bill dropped a video earlier talking about the new Sea of Thieves table. Go check it out. Ted Adam Green says it's on like Donkey Kong. Yeah, that's a good one. It's me. It's Kevin C. Jim the Pacers fan. Cleveland Gaming Classics here. Good to see ya. Brian G, Sean Knight, J-Rod, Bob Oif, nicest man in the world. I love that I get to see him once a year with these trips. He has the Expos hat. Hooray. I know no Cornercade hat tonight, right? Let's go Expos. Jerry B's here. Who else we got? Jamie Loken's here. Jamie Loken won't leave me alone about my arcade. Like, he just keeps bringing it up to me all the time. Jamie either writes me to tell me something Rexer has said about me, or he'll write me to be like, don't you like my arcade now? So he's really impressed with the pole position. I watched like the trailer they did on it. It doesn't look that bad. Like, it looks pretty impressive for, I mean, what it is. But at the end of the day, it's still like, you know, it's like a $30, $40 desk shit plastic product. So, I mean, yeah, you know, good for them. Gamer Fridge, good to see you. Dr. Torque. Who else we got here? Retro playing games, no Stock Jock, role playing games, specifically turn-based, baby. Good to see you, Stock Jock, as always. Who else we got here? Can't wait for the remake of Lunar Games. I know, that was a shock. Super excited for that. Mitchell B's here. Who else we got? I don't want to miss anybody. Rich Merrick, there we go. Decadent Dave knows. Desh shit. Should we buy up the remaining existing cabs or wait for an Arcade1Up new release? I do not have a crystal ball. I can't tell you on that. Dragot's here. John Fritz. Sam Vegeta says it's about time we get some good news. You're goddamn right. 100%. Frank D is here. Hello. Good to see you, Frank D. Israel Gaming. I'm Puerto Rican. There we go. Man, I love that Iron Maiden pin. Like, oh my God. Love Iron Maiden. Super Punch-Out is the best SNES game. I love Super Punch-Out. But, like, I played the shit out of it when I had my Super Nintendo. Since I've got the Super Nintendo Classic, I can't play Super Punch-Out anymore. Like, I get to, like, the last stage before I go and take on the Bruiser Brothers. And, like, I just fall apart. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's the timing, but I just can't play it anymore. David G's here. Good to see ya. I swear to God, there was a super chat here from Kevin Clausen I missed. There it is. $5 super chat from Kevin Clausen. Sorry, Mike. Nothing says sorry like another super chat. Thank you very much, Kevin Clausen. Whoa, that first one, man. That was risque. Goofy Foot's here. Always good to see Goofy Foot. Yeah, Burger Armageddon. I have been laying off the burgers. I had a homemade. Oh, it was ridiculous. It was basically like, what the hell do we have in the house? So it was just me and, no, not Hoy Carlo. I get a little bit farther than that. So it was just me and Tommy here today, and I had to cook up lunch. So I was looking around at what we had, and it was just like, we're short on groceries. We need to go out and pick some up. So I found like a bagel, 2 bagels. I found some tater tots, a can of chili, and then I had some hamburger buns. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to make chili cheese hamburgers on bagels with chili cheese tots. That's what we had for lunch. Super unhealthy, but oh my God. Canada has the spicy buffalo chicken snack wrap at McD's. Interesting. Soul Red, confession time, I've never beat it either. I've made it all the way, and every time I do it I go right from scratch. I can't get past Super Macho Man. That's the fight I'm stuck on. I beat everybody else, but I can't get past Super Macho Man. I just can't get the timing. I don't know what it is. Alright guys, so anyways, let's get started, and let's get started with the awesome big news. So I know everybody's waiting for that little breadcrumb John D threw out there about another XL coming to Costco, or Arcade1Up asking about another XL. I don't really have any new information on that. Again, I said take it with a grain of salt. That's just something John heard. We don't really have any kind of super information on that. We'll just have to wait and see. That might be a 2025 rumor. I don't know. Maybe that's not going to happen before the end of the year. The way things are looking right now, it looks like we're done with our holiday lineup from Arcade1Up. Pretty much the Fat Lady sung. We're getting a claw machine, which, although there are some reports and people making videos about problems with it, plastic parts inside, still very interested in the claw machine. That's a product I'm super excited to see come to Canada, but no confirmation on the time yet. Well, not Polaroid anymore, but the photo booth, that Pac-Man Plus Cabaret Cab Deluxe, and yeah, that looks like those are going to be the last products from Arcade1Up. We're going to talk about the last product from AtGames in a couple minutes. John D, is he back at A? He is doing his own company, and he's whenever he hears something, he throws something out there. So there you go. Nest Punch Out takes timing to build Sarah punches. Does it ever? I used to for years have problems with Soda Popinski, and then I got Popinski down, and then I just ran through the game right up to Super Macho Man, and then I just couldn't do it. New Unico handheld with Neo Geo games. That's something I'm going to have to look into, Neo Severa. Thanks for the heads up. I did see the post from them. They said something was brewing, and I will take a minute here, just really quickly. I haven't had a chance to write Jay back, but I got some information after my show last week. I gave Unico a pretty hard time about the situation with the GRS cabinet, how it wasn't going to have the 26-inch screen. So there's always two sides to a story. So, I did get some information from Unico, and they said that they were baffled how things fell apart because they were waiting for correspondence back from Glenn. They were still open to working with them. So I don't really know what happened. I've heard from 3 different parties on this. So I will retract my statement and apologize. I don't think Unico messed it up with the cab. I just don't think it worked out, and it sucks. Like I said, that was one of the things I was most excited about for Glenn's full-size build, was that 26-inch screen, and it sucks it's not going to happen now. So, apologize to Unico. From their standpoint, Unico USA, they don't understand what's going on. They were waiting to hear back, so there it is. I know, right? I actually, last year when I was trying to save up to get my Stranger Things pin, and eventually when I was just trying to get money together, I ended up selling off my whole Wii collection, but I kept Punch-Out Wii. I will never let that one go. Punch-Out Wii is too important, too goddamn important. I love Punch-Out, and Punch-Out Wii was a masterpiece, and I want to see a new Punch-Out game. With our luck, we'll get a Punch-Out Wii ported to the Switch. I'd still be okay with that, but I'd love to see a new Punch-Out. My God, would I ever. All right, back on track. So, the big news, and it's finally some good news. Obviously, if you guys have been watching for the last little while, I've been a little bit upset at Arcade1Up, mainly because I'm a Canadian, and it's been impossible for me to access their products. So the people in the US that are mad at Arcade1Up because they're not making what they like and all that stuff, that's fine. I don't even have the option to buy it. Like, nothing has come here since last October when they brought Time Crisis here to Canada. Since then, nothing new has come out. So we have had a full year with literally nothing coming. P-dubs, you gotta stop teasing me with that shit. That's what I'm hoping for. I just need them to cut the cabinet out 100%. Thank you very much for the super chat, super sticker, 99 cents, David G. Greatly appreciated. I don't know if you meant to say something. If you did, throw it up in the chat and I'll try to catch it. Thank you very much. So, Arcade1Up haven't been bringing things here, and probably the thing that's frustrating me the most is I'm a person that, like a lot of people in the community, got super addicted to the XL line. Like, I fell in love with the bigger cabs, the bigger form factors. I felt they were more representative of what Arcade1Up probably always should have been. So I got all of them. I got NBA Jam Shaq Edition, even though it's got that horrible Shaq silhouette on the side, just like the size of the cab. I got the Golden Tee XL cab. I bought the Killer Instinct Pro cab, and lucky enough, because it wasn't available here in Canada, Arcade1Up sent me a review unit for the Pac-Man XL, and like at one point that was it. I was going to get rid of all the rest of my cabs. I was just going to go XL. But then the XL line seemingly disappeared. We didn't get anything more until this year when Costco came out with the Golden Tee Midway Arcade Classics. And even though it wasn't a cab I was super interested in, I was happy to see the XL line continued. A lot of people really liked it. A lot of people went to pick it up. So, no Atari 50 in New Finland. No Atari 50 here either. It never came. So anyways, yeah, so the Golden Tee Midway XL came to Costco in the US, and I figured it was going to work a lot like what happened with Pac-Man XL. It just never came to Canada. Costco never brought it in. Lo and behold, last night, I got a message from my buddy Conti Dinda, who sent me a post from the Arcade1Up Canadian fan page, and it kind of blew my friggin' mind. And I just want to tell you a little bit about this. I don't think that this is a rumor killer for Arcade1Up doing another XL, what John D was talking about. So don't take this as a rumor killer for that. Take this for just something super unexpected and something I'm super happy for. So, obviously, you probably might have seen it already. If you haven't seen it, here it is. This post went up from Eugene Cal, longtime member of the Arcade1Up Canadian fan page. Okay, very quickly, David G. I meant to say, did anyone ever play Zillion on the Sega Master System? It took me 6 months to beat. I don't know if I played Zillion much. Back when I was collecting pretty hardcore, David G., I did own a copy of Zillion, but I don't know if I played it much, so I don't know if I could jump in on that conversation. But I do have a new Kinhank hard drive here, so maybe I'll check out Zillion 100% specifically just for you, David G., when I hook up this Kinhank hard drive later this week. So thank you once again for the super chat, brother. Yeah, I am too, Kongs, and this here today gives me more friggin' hope, man, because if there is an XL cab and it is locked to Costco, I no longer have to have this venom and vitriol for Arcade1Up anymore because it's not a US exclusive. So this post went up from Eugene Cal, and this is, oh my god, it's not going to do what I want it to do. Anyways, P-Dubs, please don't say anything about it being bigger. I can't make it bigger. Dear God. Here, open image and new tab. See if that works for you, buddy. So here we go. This is the Golden Tee Midway, apparently in an Ontario Costco, so here in Canada. And here it is, Golden Tee 3D Midway Legacy XL arcade game. You'll take a look at the price, $7.99 Canadian. So honestly, that's not that bad. If you do the conversion on $5.99, which was the price point for the US, I think it'll work out to something like just over $800. So we're doing pretty good on the conversion, and I'm just happy to see it here. Now, it opens up a completely new discussion for me because I was just like, I don't even give a shit that it's not here because now I don't have to make up my mind whether or not I would buy it because it's here. But I will say it's not here yet. So this is just one store in Ontario, so I'm holding out hope. I'm going to keep looking. I did go to Costco on their website to see if it was available online. And unfortunately, no, nothing came up. No matter if I typed in Arcade1Up, arcade. Only thing that came up was this MD Sports Easy Fold 2-player arcade. And I'll go in so P-Dubs can see. and the My Arcade Atari Game Station Pro. That's right, Jamie Locken. I can't escape My Arcade. It's everywhere, everywhere. But anyways, I'm hoping. So I typed in Golden Tee earlier. Nothing came up. Type in Arcade1Up. Still nothing. So it's not showing up on the site yet. But I'll keep looking, and I'm gonna make a trip to my Costco tomorrow, and see if they've got any news. I'll talk to some people there and see if they know if we're gonna be getting this in. And I'm just excited. I don't know if I'm gonna pick it up. I mean, I bought every other XL cab to date. But again, I mean, this is, not exactly an arcade recreation. It's very much a multi-cade recreation. So I don't know. But what I do like here is I have the option. And like that was the most important thing. It was the fact that for the past year, no matter what Arcade1Up came out with, whether I liked it, didn't like it, absolutely fucking hated it, like the NBA Jam Casino-cade they came out with, it didn't matter because I had no option reasonably to buy it. Like, we have Wayfair, but I mean, if you watch Steve V's Man Cave Arcade's latest video, he'll tell you about the prices through Wayfair, so it's not really an option. But finally, we have an option, a new product from Arcade1Up for the first time in a year, makes its way to Canada, and not only that is it a new product, but it's the product line I want. It's the XLs through Costco, so I'm happy. Arcade1Up is back. Positive news for the people here in Canada. And for the first time in a very long time, I have a product I could buy that I might even cover on YouTube, which may help the company. I don't know. Gorf and Sinister are the two big games I want from this cab. Not sure if that warrants 800 Canadian shekels. I know, that's the tough one. Gorf and Sinister are pretty cool. I mean, they're not the main games, so you just get them as ancillary games. So it's tough, man. It's really tough. For me, I'm going to take this as a win. I still don't know if I'm going to pick this up. I bought every other XL. I don't know what FOMO will do to me, but I can tell you, it just gives me hope that, like we talked about earlier, Kang Zaros said, if they do a Star Wars XL, or they do like an MK XL, Street Fighter XL, or something I friggin' want in the future, it gives me hope that seeing this at Costco here in Canada means I can potentially get some of the future cabs. So there you go. Yeah, Bill's Retro Gaming, that's the whole crux of it. I mean, they've got cabs on there like Fast and the Furious for like $1,700 Canadian, and you're like, get out. But every now and then they'll actually hit a deal. Like, I think the guys were picking up Golden Tee Deluxe for about $30 more than it would go on retail here. So I mean, that's fine. See, now you're thinking, man. Now you're thinking. Anyways, so that was the big news for Arcade1Up. I'm super happy. I'm going to keep an eye on Costco. Maybe it'll be super limited. I don't know if it'll make it to all the Costcos. I'm going to go up there tomorrow. I'll find an excuse to go up there, ask a couple questions, see if I can get more information. I'm just happy it's a friggin' possibility at this point. For the first time in over a year, a new Arcade1Up product has hit Canada. Yeah, that puts me in a much better mood. I've been salty with Arcade1Up for them not bringing their products here. So, yeah, thanks, guys. About time. And I appreciate specifically the fact that the XLs are here. That makes me very happy. So, thank you very much. Now, moving on. We did get an announcement today from another company. AtGames did reveal their Sea of Thieves AtGames Legends Pinball 4K. So, let's take a video, and I've got some, pictures of the cab. We'll go over that. I'll tell you what I know about it and see what you guys think. So anyways, let me bring this up on screen. Wrong screen. My God. There we go. All right, so here's the trailer AtGames did put out today. Hopefully you guys can hear me okay. I'm not going to play the music because obviously I don't want to get hit with anything, but I thought the trailer was very well done. Like, AtGames are such a different company in terms of their marketing now. They've gone from just doing a video on spreadsheets to this kind of stuff, so that's definitely a step in the right direction. Sea of Thieves is, not the title I would have went with. I would have went with a Killer Instinct machine or a Battletoads machine, but, I already have an AtGames Legends Pinball 4K. I'm not going to buy another one, and this may appeal to a broad market of Sea of Thieves fans. Pirates is a big thing with kids too, so there it is. So this is the video. That's the cabinet. There's a lot of stuff I like about it, a lot of stuff I find interesting, so yeah, let's talk about it a little bit. I'm interested to see what your guys' opinions are. Dre Gott knows. So anyways, that's the Sea of Thieves cabs. I've got some pictures loaded up I'm going to show you here in a second. Let me just get that off screen. I want to talk about Dre Gott's big thing. So the big thing about this one, orders start 11/11/2024. So November 11th, Remembrance Day here in Canada. We can't order them anyway. So in the US, November 11th, you're going to be able to pre-order. And I did hear from AtGames that this one's going to be a premium starter with the SSF kit included. I think that's the only option, so that's interesting. But, if they do some kind of deal and you can get a discount on the SSF kit, that's always a win. Love the SSF kit. I think 100%, you got to, 100% you got to get the SSF kit. Yeah, so where was this comment from Dre Goth? I gotta see if I can find it again. Yeah, so he knows your GTA XL screen dark spot. Use that as an excuse to buy it. I was gonna have to drop like 100, 200, maybe more on a buy stuff 19-inch monitor. So yeah, maybe instead of going that way, I'll just buy this new one. It is a monstrosity though. It is most certainly not a arcade recreation. That's the one, right? I misunderstood the AtGames pinball issue and thought internet was required to play games. Now I have to win the... Yeah, internet's only required to download the games, add new games to the machine. Once that's done, you do not need internet to play. Yo, what's up, Handjob King? Pitbull, always good to see you. Always classy, buddy. Nice to see you, too. AtGames should come out with side armor. Yeah, I saw that in his video earlier today that he was like turning it off, and I was like, why the hell would you turn it off? Phil, what are you doing, man? Like, there's literally no reason to turn it off other than you don't want to make a noise. There you go. Penny Arcade, good to see you. Thank you so much for the super chat. Well, there's a rumor out there that John D said that there is, Arcade1Up did, approach about doing another XL cab. The one we're talking about tonight, though, is that the Golden Tee XL Midway cab that has been a Costco US exclusive has finally made its way north of the border. It's here at Canada, so that was the big thing I wanted to talk about tonight. So I apologize if it was something else out there. What's the word on the 4K? The 4K AtGames Legends Ultimate? I'm trying to remember here now. Just give me a minute. I think they said that one was going to be delayed for a little while. That's going to be coming up in 2025, but I don't have an exact date. Neil Severa, let me get back to you on that one. So I do have some pictures I kind of want to share with you now from the Sea of Thieves table a little bit up close. So let me just pop this up on screen. So here, this is the pictures AtGames shared with me. Here's going to be the title card for the game itself. Now, they said the game isn't finalized, so the game you see on the product images isn't the final thing. Yeah, no, Robotron's not hitting yet. No news on Robotron just yet. So here's Sea of Thieves. Here is the builder's plate, which they did, summer 2025 for the AtGames Legends 4K. Dre Gott, if I knew anything more, like, I literally have told you everything I know. There you go. Hey, thanks, Deccan and Dave. So this is the builder's plate. They showed this off in the video pretty obviously. Here's a video of a boy and his dad under the sea playing the Sea of Thieves table. This is one of their stock images of like the guys playing in the room, but instead of the room in the background, they put them at the bottom of the ocean for some reason. So here's a better look at the table. Let me just see if I can make this bigger. So there's the machine itself. Front of the machine looks okay. I like the black coming in there. We're going to talk about it. Then they, of course, have these speaker grill covers. At first, I actually really like these, but the more I see them, they're okay, but I've got a different idea about those that I'm going to talk about a little bit later. Back box looks pretty good. Now, on the actual topper, I'm not a huge fan of this topper. I'm going to be honest with you. We'll take a closer look at the topper in a minute, but yeah. Anyways, let's go into the topper in a couple minutes. Oh my God, 19K Fox, what are you doing, man? It's messaging like crazy. So there's the cab without the topper. That's what it looks like. Yeah, Bill, we're going to talk about that in a second, but yeah, I like the artwork overall on the machine. So here's a picture then with more of their stock image backgrounds of the two machines together. There's the front image, there's the side image, and here we get into the actual side image, and I'll tell you what I like here. So if you take a look at the side of the art, you've got a player character there, you've got the Sea of Thieves logo, then you have the black, and you have the image in the skull. I actually really like this look, and I'm going to show you the other side, and I'll tell you what I really, really like in a second. So we move on from there. There's a look of it without the topper. We go to the other side, and then you've got the skull, you've got a different image in it, you got the Sea of Thieves logo again, then you've got a different character. So going back to that one, you'll notice they're differing images, so they're not mirror images, but there's cohesion there. So, you know, we gave some feedback to AtGames once we saw the Jurassic Park table and Star Trek, and we said, hey, you know, these are still really good looking, but you know, they don't really fit with pinball machines. Pinball machines from side to side don't have to be exact mirror images, but it's nice if they're cohesive and all the art kind of goes together here. And that's one thing I really like about this machine. Like, you go from one side to the next. Oh my God, I went too far. Went the wrong way. But if you go one side to the next, you see that cohesion that I was talking about that other pinball machines use. It's not that it's exactly mirror images from side to side, but it is cohesive and the art goes into each other. And then you look across the front here. The front seems to match up a little bit with that. I would have liked to have seen some of the black come across here and see the skull kind of continue there or something like that. But I think the art is really good. The green on the background with the character image, it's okay. I you know, overall, I think it's a pretty good looking pinball machine. So moving on, we'll take a look. They've got some of the, you know, sizing images here. I'll leave it up for a second, but I mean, like, pretty much, I think most of us in the community already have an AtGames Legends Pinball 4K now, or we've seen one, or we know how big they are. So that's that. Moving on, we're going to go to the speaker grill covers, and this is where I think that it's cool. They just put an image on the speaker grill cover, but I would love to see an upgrade here. This is a big thing happening now with real pinball, like especially Stern. They just announced these like speaker kits with LED speakers inside them. So instead of these, I don't know if AtGames can do it with their releases going forward, or maybe as an upgrade. I would love to see some kind of speaker mod on these with an LED speaker for the back box instead of, you know, this art piece. Some people like the art pieces. I could give or take. I don't really care about that for the speaker. I guess it's a nice touch, but what I really want to see, I want to see an update, and I want to see some kind of LED speaker in there that makes, like, you know, the cool visual looks when the noises change and stuff like that. So I'd like to see that LED speakers being put in there. So it would be very cool to see either AtGames offer it as an upgrade or third-party modders come out with something in some way for us to do that. So here's the topper, and I mean, to me, it seems like this is a missed opportunity. Like, it's an easy cutout. You've got this shape here, and I don't know if it really represents anything. But for me, what I would have liked to have seen with the topper, and I've seen this image too, it would have been really nice if these ships continued out and it had like some kind of shape coming out of it. Instead of it being cut off and the two ships being cut off here, it would be nice if the ships extended out and were part of the topper instead of them being cut off. I think that would have been a much cooler topper. Like, to me, this is so generic, just the space that's cut out here. and stuff like that. I would much rather see the ships not, cropped off or cut off. I would like to see the sails continue out, and I would like to see, more of a adventure shape done. I don't know how hard it would be, but I mean, I think, I think I would have gone with a different topper. Carlo says $14.49 for Sea of Thieves with SSF. Can put a different topper up there down the road. You can, and I have heard rumors that AtGames may be looking at doing upgraded toppers for some of their machines in the future. Now, I can't tell you where I heard that, but maybe, just maybe, we could be looking at upgraded toppers in the future. This one definitely needs it. I think this topper kind of missed the mark a little bit, in my opinion. I mean, with the cut-off ships, it would have been nicer to see the ships, sails jutting out there past this image. I don't understand that, how you could do that. Gamer Fridge says, I think I'm just going to build my own V-pin for cheaper. I would love to see you do that and come back to me and tell me how much it's going to cost for you to do it. I would love, that'd be a fun video. Let me know when you get it done. I've been told that it's pretty hard to recreate what AtGames did with the 4KP for the price point that they're selling it at. If you can do it better, I would love to see that. So, yes, man. I don't give two ships about that topper. Yeah. All right, there's another look at the topper. So this one, the SSF kit, like we talked about, is going to be pre-installed. There's no option to buy it without the SSF kit. And that's pretty much like all the images I have. I don't know much about Sea of Thieves. This is not a franchise I'm familiar with. Pretty popular a couple years ago. Pirates is always a popular theme. Great for families, great for the mass market. Is anybody from this community interested in the Sea of Thieves theme? Like, after seeing the video, after seeing the machine, knowing the pricing and stuff like that, how many people here are interested in Sea of Thieves from AtGames as the Legends Pinball 4K? Let me know in the comments. Throw a 1 up there if you think AtGames did a good job with the Sea of Thieves and you're interested in it. If you're not interested, put a 0 or remain silent. I'll wait for you guys to come back. Bob Oive says, this really makes Jurassic Park more desirable. Yeah, and the other thing to keep in mind about this, Nooner, I always stream every Monday unless I really can't, but 100%. Fox says no, hell no. Tim York, yeah, I would like to get the table. We can't really see. Dre Gott likes it. Jay Pace says 0. Carlo says, I'm interested. Carl, don't you already have a machine? Are you going to get another machine? Druid Knight, 1. That's the year, right? I do live close to a guy named G.I. Joel. Now, he can help you out. That's true, Gamer Fridge. JJ says 0. I think this one is more in line with the Rear partnership. I think this is more in line with trying to bring in, families, kids, and more mainstream people, not people directly in the space. So, yeah, 19K Fox, I don't want to see this anymore. Yeah, I want more Williams packs too. I'm going to be honest with you. Whenever Zen releases like a game for the AtGames Legends Pinball, I do find myself more and more going back to the Williams packs. Especially Monster Bash and Creature of the Black Lagoon. Like, ever since those have come out, that's pretty much dominated the majority of my time. Yeah, I've never played it either. Like, this is... The challenge for me with this is a theme I don't have any nostalgia or like for. Like, it's, What happened to that KI AtGames cab? It's been delayed till summer 2025. Yeah, we don't know anything else about it. There we go. Conker's Bad Fur Day would have drowned in the kids, and a lot of other people, too. I've forgotten it was Monday 3 times today, punting and... I agree with the super handsome guy. There we go. Yeah, I don't know. It's an interesting theme. I think, it's great for AtGames. I think it'll do well. Like, it's going to bring in different fans and different fan base. It's a big part of the Rare partnership. Maybe Rare wanted it. I think it's a good looking pinball machine. I think they listen to good fan feedback. It's much more cohesive than Jurassic Park and Star Trek. I keep calling it Star Wars for some reason. I think it looks great. And if it was a theme I was interested in, I would probably be interested. Don't love the topper. I think the topper kind of missed the mark. Like, it seems like there's stuff missing from the topper or shape missing. But yeah, I don't know. And here's the other thing, too. I just bought the Attack from Mars version, so 0.0% interest. I'm also not the right person to ask on this. I got one behind me. I'm probably not going to buy another one. But, well, again, it's the Canada factor. It's the only one that's available in Canada is the Addams Family. So, I'm the wrong one. It's hard for me to get excited, but, like, obviously, if they did something like Medieval Madness or, what was the one we just played in Chicago that I fell in love with? Cirque Voltaire. I mean, like, yeah, I would have been 100% all over that. So, yeah, Sea of Thieves, interesting one. I think what makes it so hard for the people waiting is finding out that after this, there's going to be a 9-month wait before anything else happens. So that's super interesting. This is it. Now, do I have anything else I want to share with you guys from this? Let me see here. Let me see. So I got the product sheet. I can show you that. So here we go. Premium starter. Topper sold separately, so you don't have to get the topper. I'm not a huge fan of the topper myself personally. So product features, built-in game. So I think it's going to come with all 3 of the Rare pinball games included. It's going to be premium starter. Built-in table. Oh, maybe it's only the one table. So yeah, it's just going to be Sea of Thieves. It's going to be built in. And then you get your Zachariah Deluxe tables included with it. And that's it. No. You got to purchase those. So the one included table is going to be Sea of Thieves. Not really much there. Premium starter with the SSF kit. $1,699.98. Saw some people say $14.99, so there might be a sale when it goes on. I'm not 100% sure. But yeah, it's going to be available with the SSF kit off the start. Don't think the other one's going to be available. Yeah. John Jay likes the speakers. Oh, neat. I don't think they look bad. I just, I'm just really into that whole like light up thing now. The LED speakers that Stern are using, I think would be such a good touch. But yeah, so guys, this is it. It's Sea of Thieves tables. I like the art. The theme is, not necessarily one table, pre-installed SSF, no topper, no OTG, external apps access, $16.99 plus $100 shipping. So there it is. Jason lays it out for you. Yeah, it's just Sea of Thieves, and that table won't actually drop until December 31st. Do they glow in the dark? Not that I know, but that will be a cool touch as well. Anyways, I like the look of the machine. I think it looks cool. I don't have nostalgia for the theme. I don't like where the boat sails are cut off from the topper, but that's not included anyways. You're going to buy that separately. Yeah, I mean, if you're just looking for a cool looking AtGames Legends pinball, you could do worse. A lot worse. So I think it looks good. Anyways, that's it. We're not going to have another conversation about an AtGames Legends Pinball 4KP theme for a very long time, unfortunately. And we'll be back to talk about the game packs because we know that we've got 52 new Williams, well, I can't say Williams for sure, but Zen game packs or Zen games coming to the AtGames Legends Pinball next year. Plus, we got the upcoming Sea of Thieves 4K pinball, I want to call it table, but game. Plus Killer Instinct and Battletoads coming. We've got Natural History 3. So still lots of pinball content to come up. But in terms of hardware, this is it. This is it for 9 months. This is the send-off. So if you don't want to wait for, if you've been waiting for that new theme, but like you don't want to wait another 9 months, well, you know what you got to choose from right now. There you go. Yeah, see, I'm surprised too. That one would have been a really cool design. I think that would have done well. But what do I know? I'm not a marketing expert. And again, like I've got an Addams Family. I'm probably never gonna buy another AtGames Legends Pinball 4K. I'm good. Like if I didn't, figure out some way to get the Attack from Mars, I'm not gonna buy anything else. Yeah, Tim, I thought the Evercade Alpha pre-orders were shipping later this month, like towards the 20th. There you go. There it is. Yeah, that's what I thought. Somebody was saying $14.99 or $14.49 earlier. There it is. $14.49 for Sea of Thieves, shipped direct with pre-installed SSF kit. So, not bad. Plus shipping. There you go. Temporary price. If you're interested, it's a good deal. Machine looks pretty good, so there you go. Goofyfoot's like, peace, see you in 9 months. I'll wait for a different theme. I know, Sam, man, like, to me, like, if I was running things there, and it's probably a good thing I'm not, I've talked about with Arcade1Up, I'd run them out of business in, 3 months, but if I was there, I would have 100% been like, all right, here's what we're going to do. Back to the Future, we're going to do Medieval Madness, we're going to do Monster Bash. Like, obviously, that's the direction I would have went in, but, like, we don't know everything that goes into it. We don't know what was part of Microsoft's, licensing deal with AtGames. Maybe this is one of the requirements. They do one arcade cabinet with Microsoft, rare games on it, and then they got to do one pinball machine with Microsoft rare games, and Microsoft got to choose it. You don't know how all this stuff works. I was watching the Blockade podcast, a little bit of it earlier with Mel Kirk on there, and like he was talking about it, like they've already released 5 machines so far in collaboration. We don't know how that relationship works, all this stuff out. Baby theme coming in 9 months. Is it a boy or a girl? I have no idea. I don't think it'll be a baby theme. We'll wait and see. 9 months. Oh yeah, there's third parties out there. I know Buy Stuff did an incredible mod for a guy and did like a Superman 4KP. They even did like an upgraded builder's plate. So there you go. $200 shipping. That's new. Holy crap. Yeah, that would be a good idea. I don't know how much is involved in that, but that's something they certainly could do. So anyways, that's the Sea of Thieves machine. Like I said, I think it looks pretty good. It's not a theme I'm interested in. I've already got an ALP 4KP, so I'm not exactly in the market. But, out of the themes they put out there, this one's definitely a lot more cohesive than some of the other machines they put out there. If you're a Sea of Thieves fans, or you just like pirates, maybe that's the one for you. And like Jason said, $14.49 right now, SSF kit already pre-installed, direct, so it's a pretty good deal. Gotta have multiple skin 4KP and claw machines. Yeah, thank you very much for the super chat, Dre Gott. One item of interest revealed by Zen Studios recently. June tables reaching day and date parity with Zen table releases on Steam. Future ads will feature the AtGames logo. Interesting. Very interesting. Another thing, huge congratulations to Zen Studios for going back and doing an upgrade to FX3, which like they totally didn't have to do. They're already, balls deep into Pinball FX, but they went back. They did an update to Pinball FX3 that you no longer need special access to access cabinet mode. Like, I don't know how all this came about, but I remember the cabinet mode with FX3 was a big thing when, Zen Studios were working with Arcade1Up, and then AtGames was bringing out their own pinball machine. So the rumor was, if you had an AtGames Legends pinball, they weren't going to give you a cabinet code. They gave me a cabinet code. I used my AtGames Legends pinball. It was never a problem. No one ever tried to block me, but they've taken that out now, and now you don't need a cabinet code anymore to access cabinet mode for Pinball FX3. You've never needed one for Pinball FX, so really cool they went back and did that. Get a Rec Rooms arcade and review. No, I don't know if you've been following along, Devastator, but what I'm actually doing is I am using my Legends Core Max, my Legends Gamer Pro, my pedestal stand I got from Buy Stuff Store, and I'm using a 55-inch TV, and I'm currently constructing a Megacade. I'm all about the Megacade lately. It's all I've been thinking about. So recently there was like a little bit of a step back because I went in to play my AtGames Legends Gamer Pro. So when I went into it, some of the games I wanted to play, like I wanted to play TMNT on my Megacade, but it just wouldn't work. And I had done an update, and then all of a sudden certain games that I had on CoinOps weren't working through Add-on X, and I was like, shit. Anyways, I talked to AtGames, and we went back and forth, and we ended up finding out that they had delisted CoinOps X off some of the older devices, but they didn't mean to. So they actually went and put it back on the devices. It's only on new devices CoinOps X is actually delisted from the store. So I went in the other day, I downloaded CoinOps X on my AtGames Legends Core Max. Forgot I didn't need an additional USB drive because there's internal storage for the Legends Core Max. So yeah, now I'm just trying to copy my hard drive over, which is driving me nuts. The same one I use for CoinOps on my Legends Ultimate. So then I'm going to have Megacade up and rolling. Then the next step for Megacade is I got to figure out how to set up my controls so my Legends Gamer works with my PC a bit better. I don't really like the way it works right now. I wish it just plugged in and worked like, the X axis, like on every other controller, like an Xbox controller. It doesn't work like that. So I've got to figure out what I'm going to do there, but I'm also going to hook up my PC because I've got cool shit like, these Kinhank hard drives where I can play through my PC arcade games that don't work through the AtGames system. So I'm doing that through Megacade. And also I'm going to talk to Retro Lizard eventually or somebody, get a cool shooting setup as well, and then do some really cool shit with Megacade and be playing some cool shooters on there as well. So yes, Megacade. It's all about Megacade right now. It's basically I'm just setting a TV up as an arcade. I just fell in love with the Retrocade, like when I was at the Pinball Expo, and the giant screen. So now I don't know what to do. Just putting in a good word for Elvira Tables with AtGames. Oh my God, yes. I'm a little bit brokenhearted. Thank you very much for the super chat. You all know, like, I was such a big advocate. Recently, AtGames did their last Pinball Bites, and they talked about they've got 3 new Williams games coming out. We found out the first one was Earthshaker. We also have a 1989 and a 1990 table. And I was looking at the timing. The 1989 table, if they announced it right before Halloween, would have lined up perfectly. And 1989 or 1990 is the one. They could have done Elvira and the Party Monsters. So the problem right now is we're waiting for Zen Studios. They have to do an Elvira game first. And I really thought there was a chance we were going to get Elvira and the Party Monsters, but it looks like that didn't come to fruition. I mean, if you're not going to announce it during Halloween, are you ever going to announce it? Another October's gone by and we've got no Elvira. So I don't know what the other 2 games are going to be. I think we're going to get... I think it's Taxi is the 1989 game, and the 1990 game, got a weird feeling it's going to be Black Knight. So we'll see, but I was really hoping for Elvira. I don't know if the Elvira name is tied up. I had heard that Elvira was previously accessed through Farsight Studios and their pinball previously in Pinball Arcade. So maybe we can't get access to it, and Stern might have the exclusive rights to use Elvira in Pinball right now. I have no idea. No, I'm not doing that. I'm not turning my ALU into a BSA Super Sprint. No, I've got different plans for driving. I'll get back to you about it. I just got to tell you, Megacade is going to be all-encompassing. Everything's about Megacade. Thanks for the idea, though. I appreciate it. Anyways, last but not least, oh my god, I don't have much time left. I have really gone long. I do want to talk about this. Like in the last year, obviously, there hasn't been as much arcade stuff for me to buy and collect. I've been buying a lot of toys. I'm going to try to stop doing that right now because I find like I'm spending too much money on too many random things. I'm bringing too much stuff into the house. So the toy stuff, I got to take a step back. I've got the Voltron Lions coming now, and I've got a Technodrome coming, and then I just got to pull the plug on everything and be like, no more toys. That's enough. I'm a sucker for nostalgia, but I got to draw the line somewhere. But one thing I'm really big on, and I've always been big on since playing Final Fantasy VII, in fact, since the first time I saw that Final Fantasy VII commercial on TV back in 1996, I absolutely fell in love with role-playing games, and I've always been a fan. It's not something I talk about a lot on YouTube, but that's what takes up the majority of my time. Right now, I'm currently playing, I guess it's an action RPG. I'm trying to play the last Castlevania Dominus game, but this one's slog. I hated it when it first came out. I never played it at all. I'm trying to get through it, which is Order of Ecclesia. Oh man, what a friggin' slog this is. Like, such a pain in the ass. I'm most of the way through it, so I'm trying to play through that. That's, more of a Metroidvania. It's an action RPG, though. But I'm playing through Triangle Strategy right now, and just beautiful game. I tried to start up playing, what was it? Octopath Traveler 2, but I kind of took a back seat on that one. I have got just like the craziest backlog in the world. I'm also playing like 8 other games at the same time I'm playing, and I never do this. I play one game at a time usually. I'm also playing through Last of Us Part 2 Remastered, and I just bought Horizon Zero Dawn Remastered because when you have the PlayStation 4 disc, like I did for Last of Us Part 2 and for Horizon, I just did the $10 upgrade, and like you get this new remaster game. Love that. Absolutely love that. So the problem now is there's a bunch of RPGs I've either been waiting to buy or are about to come out, and it's too friggin' much, man. So let me go through some of these. So this came out right before my birthday, and like I'm an Ys nut. I didn't like Monstrum Nox Ys 9, but I have been playing the demo of Ys 10 Nordics, and this is right back on track for me. This is a lot more like Ys 8 Lacrimosa Dana, which one of my favorite games in the entire series. I would say was probably my game of the year that year. So anyways, right now, Ys 10 Nordics, playing the demo. The demo is insanely long. I think I'm like 6-7 hours into the demo, and it just keeps going. So this one's at the top of my list. I'm probably going to pick up Ys 10 Nordics next. But there's just so much out there. I've also been playing the demo of Visions of Mana as well. So this is one that's been on my list, but I think I can hold off on this one. This is a Black Friday hold off for me. It's already gone on sale for $64.99 here in Canada, $15 off. The weekend of my birthday, it was $10 off. So I think I'm going to wait on this one for Black Friday, and I'll get somebody to give it to me for a Christmas gift. I'm going to wait that one down. Speaking of waiting a game down, I still haven't bought Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. I liked Final Fantasy VII. I forget what the first remake was. But anyways, I liked it, but it's not Final Fantasy VII. It's that new action style that I hate for Final Fantasy. I wish this was just turn-based with crazy upgraded graphics, but it's not. Anyways, Final Fantasy 16 was a cool game. I don't know if it was Final Fantasy, but yeah, so this is also one I've been waiting to get. This one's been on sale a couple times as well. This is another one I'm going to wait for Black Friday on. But there's just so much more, too. The one I'm really excited about is this one here. I have played and beat almost all the Dragon Quest, Dragon Warrior games. I remember when I got the first Dragon Warrior game, it was when I first signed up for Nintendo Power. I got Dragon Warrior 1 with my Nintendo Power subscription, and I had no clue what to do with it. And like that game made me think I hated RPGs, but I ended up, with Final Fantasy VII finally falling in love with them. So I've gone back and I've played through Dragon Quest 4, 5, haven't played 6. I owned 7, played it a little bit, haven't finished it. Final Fantasy, Dragon Warrior 8 or Dragon Quest 8. I was playing that when I met my wife, and God bless her, she sat through like 100 hours of that game with me, just hanging out while I played it. Like, that was the time where I was like, oh my God, I'm gonna marry this girl. She watched 100 hours of Dragon Quest. So Dragon Quest 8, Dragon Quest 9, Warriors of the Starry Sky. I didn't like that one that much on DS. And then Dragon Quest, was it Dragon Quest 10? Dragon Quest 10 we just had on PS4. Really enjoyed that. So this one, I've always wanted to go back. I've thought about doing the crappier kind of like Flash iPhone games that they've had on Nintendo for a while. You could go buy those remakes. But this 2D, 3D remake has really caught me. Like, I think it's a little bit overpriced. But anyways, this right there with Ys 10 is at the top of my list. Next one I want to play. It's done by Arcade, the same people that just did Triangle Strategy, which I'm playing now. So really excited for Dragon Quest 3. If you haven't been following it, like, it's so cheesy and stupid, but also awesome. So if you haven't been following, this is kind of the art style. Like, it's completely revamped, but it still retains so much of the original, like, look and feel. So it's got that 2D, 3D style that we first saw with really Octopath Traveler. And I'm all in on this. I can't wait to play it. Finally go back and play through the Erdrick trilogy. So yeah, we'll see. So Dragon Quest 3. I can't believe this is like my most anticipated JRPG at this point. But yeah, like Bill says there, I miss the turn-based Final Fantasy games. I miss turn-based. Like, this is what I want from RPGs. So, I mean, this is just breathtaking, gorgeous. Like, it doesn't take much to run. I don't have to get this on PS5. I could get it on PC and play it on my Steam Deck if it's compatible. I could get it on Switch and then have that option to go from TV to handheld. So, yeah, like, there's not a necessity to get this with one of the big new consoles, but I'm pretty excited about Dragon Quest 3. So that's on there. Yeah. I don't know what I'm going to do, though, because I'm already so screwed up with my backlog, and it goes on from there. Like, there was another huge announcement that we talked about earlier. Will the Core Max work with the Legends Gamer Pro? Yeah, that's what I got set up. That's what I've been rocking with ever since I got the Core Max. I completely ditched the puck that came with the Legends Gamer Pro. Just use Core Max now, 100%. So another one, I have actually been thinking about, I already have a way to play these, but I've been thinking about going back and playing through the Lunar games on like one of those Kinhank consoles and stuff like that. But then I saw this was coming out, the Lunar Remastered Collection, games that I just never got around to. Big Sega CD games. I know most people know them from the PlayStation, but this is also on my list. I eventually want to pick these up. Now, these are more old school, but like, the sound and everything's going to be better. I don't know. Well, yeah, it does look a lot cleaner. So I'm pretty excited about these as well. This is a little lower on my list, and I've got a lot of time till this comes out because this doesn't come out till like June 2025. Hey, thank you very much, Charlie Chuck. I try. Yes, Soul Red, I completely forgot about that. We've also got Xenoblade X coming next year too. I have Xenoblade X downstairs for my Wii U. I never ever played it. I could just play it on my Wii U, but I'm gonna be an idiot and buy it for the Switch and play it on that. Yeah, like there's just so much cool shit coming out. And then if you didn't have enough Ys with the new Ys 10 that was coming out, my God, they also announced this, and this is probably one of the best games in the series. I think this is actually Ys 3, Wonders of Ys 3, which I had on the Super Nintendo, but this is the definitive version of it. This is Oath and Felghana. Is it Ys 3? Is Oath Ys 3, or is it Ys 4? I always get mixed up with these. I think this is Ys 3. Anyways, I had played through this before on PSP, but I love this style of Ys. I love this style of game. So, yeah, they're coming out with a remaster of Ys 4, Oath and Felghana, for Switch. I don't know if it's coming out for PlayStation 5 as well, but Yeah, it's coming out for PlayStation 5 as well. So Ys 4 is getting a modern remaster or modern day release. Just so many friggin' RPGs. And that's not it. There's also Romancing Saga 2. Like, so much friggin' stuff coming out. Like, and expensive Sega CD games. Jason knows. So, yeah, I mean, we're at a crazy thing. It was just my birthday, and I was going to put enough money aside to buy one game. So I was trying to decide between Ys 10 and Visions of Mana. Then I started looking at it, and I was like, oh my god. On top of that, there's like a new remake of Tales of Grace's F coming out for PlayStation. I think I can stay away from that. I do love the Tales series, but, Grace's F wasn't one of my favorite games. It's impossible, Sandman. Like, there's so many cool series, cool RPG games out there, and that's not even including my friggin' backlog I already have. Like, if you saw, like, I've got the Chrono Cross remake I picked up. I've got Final Fantasy VI Pixel Remaster I've got to get back to. my backlog is so messed up right now. Like, I'm trying to get through it, and no, I have Echoes of Wisdom as well. That was the game I got from my mom for my birthday. Just started playing that the other night when we were at the hotel party for my daughter. So Echoes of Wisdom is there too. I don't really consider Zelda an RPG. I don't know. Favorite RPG of all time? It's the easy answer. Probably not going to like it, but still Final Fantasy VII. That's the one I've gone back to and played the most over and over again. But there's other games, other RPGs I've played through multiple times. Like I've played through Tales of Symphonia twice. Played through Tales of... Oh, what was the one that was on the Xbox 360? They also released the remaster version of... on the Switch. Anyways, I played that one twice. Surprisingly, I didn't like Final Fantasy 12 the first time I played it. I didn't love it, but I've gone back and played that a bunch of times. Gone back and played that multiple times. It's a tough one. It's probably going to be Final Fantasy, but there's just so many good ones. And there's ones I started playing when I was a kid and finally finished as an adult. Like I finished Star Ocean Second Story last year for the very first time. I finally went and finished Legend of Legia or Legend of Legaia. So yeah, D&D and Gamma World. Yeah, there's other things too. Like I bought Elden Ring. I don't know if it was last Christmas. Yeah, it was last Christmas I bought Elden Ring. Still never opened it. Haven't even got to touching it yet. So yeah, my backlog is nuts. Like if I don't buy anything for the next little while, I should be good. But then you got all this cool shit coming out. So yeah, Final Fantasy VI is pretty special. That's why I bought the Pixel remasters. So yeah, I know. Like it's been so hard the last little while because like I've been dying to make videos on how many cool friggin' games have been out over the last little while. Like the backlog has just started to grow. Like when I got Breath of the Wild 2, what was it called? I can't remember now off the top of my head, but when I got Legend of Zelda, last year's Legend of Zelda, played through that, I was like, this is nuts. I got Resident Evil 4 and then that Legend of Zelda, and it was just so many good games right in a row. I mean, I don't know when I'm going to get time for it. There's just too much. And I know I don't need to buy everything and I don't need to play everything, but it's all so freaking good. Like, I'm so into Triangle Strategy right now. Like, I just got to the good part of the game where all the shit went down, and I'm like, Tears of the Kingdom. Thank you very much, Bill. There you go. Yeah, when that came out, I was like, I don't have time to play all this shit. So I've really got back into console gaming in the last year. And man, like there's so much I got to get through, and it's just so overwhelming. I think the direction I'm going to go in right now is, I think I'm going to go with Ys 10 is going to be the next game I purchase. That's the next big one I'll get into, and I think I will pick up Dragon Quest 3, but I think that'll be more of a Christmas gift, and then we'll see what Black Friday brings. Like, I'm hoping that certain games go on sale for Black Friday. I've already talked about Visions of Mana. I love the Mana games, and I love the one they just did on I played it on Switch, but it's currently on Game Pass right now. Trials of Mana. So I really had fun with that. I'm hoping Visions of Mana and Final Fantasy VII Rebirth are going to be on sale for Black Friday. I'm also hoping Silent Hill 2, because I got to get to that at some point. I'm hoping Silent Hill 2 also goes on sale for Black Friday. Oh my god, there's too much to play. Anyways, really good news tonight. Like, if we're talking so long about stuff not happening, we got a new AtGames skin coming out for, Sea of Thieves. That's cool for some people. Hey, Stringer Films. I didn't even tell anybody about that. Thanks for reminding me, Stringer. Hold on, let me pop this up. How's the quitting going? I've lapsed a bit. 1 week today. I haven't lapsed at all. There were times where I really wanted to, like this past weekend. My daughter didn't want a birthday party this year. She wanted to just get away for a weekend and go to a hotel with the family. So that's what we did. We spent 2 nights in the hotel, and my dogs were home, and the hotel was only 15 minutes away. So my wife was like, yeah, you got to go home, check on the dogs all the time. So I'm driving home, and I'm like, I could totally just pop into the store and pick up some sneaky smokes right now and get it in. But I haven't. I've kept it cool. I've been strong. 1 week today, and I'm going to stick with it. I am done smoking. I am not going to do it anymore. I'm 44 years old. I got to grow up and try to be as healthy as I can, spend as much time as I can with my kids with the time I have left. So 1 week today, Stringer. Thank you very much for asking. Thanks for the super chat. I didn't order the Nova Blast. The big reason I want the Nova Blast is the 26-inch screen, and I was waiting to see some reviews on it. I know they're finally shipping right now, and people have them in hand, so I'm excited to see how that goes. Big reason I didn't, order it was the fact that when I heard about Glenn's, I was like, well, Glenn's is the GRS, full size. It's going to have a 26-inch screen. That was the biggest reason I was going to get the Nova Blast. So unfortunately, that didn't work out. So I might come back on the Nova Blast. I love the idea of that big 26-inch screen, and it does look cool, and it's well put together. So I haven't pre-ordered yet, but I might come back on it. Thanks, guys. I appreciate it. 1 week today. There we go. That's another thing. Nova Blaster Polycade Senta. My God, would I buy the Nova Blast so fast over the Polycade Senta. I was talking to, we'll come back to that, Satoshi, in 1 second. I was talking to P-Dubs earlier today, and he was telling me his Polycade finally shipped, and I was like, I feel so bad for you. Like that I hate the Polycade. 19K Fox could tell you what a horrible experience it was in Cleveland. I just don't get it. I don't know what the excitement is for the Polycade. I don't know what the interest is. So never the Polycade Senta. I will never buy a Polycade. It's not my product at all. Megacade, so much more cooler than Polycade. Any good nicotine patch dreams? I'm trying to think now. Did I have any really good? So I didn't. This is not a nicotine patch dream, but I had this one. Hey, Chaotic, good to see you, brother. I had this dream a little while ago that this is going to sound terrible, but so I had this dream that YouTube was like high school, and I was in the back of my high school smoking at the time, of course. So I'm back out smoking, and then I see this big fight break out. And what it was Cornercade, and a bunch of guys were just beating the shit out of them. And I went over and I broke it up. I was like, guys, what the fuck, man? Leave them alone. But everybody in school wanted to kick the shit out of them for some reason. It is the craziest, most vivid dream. So far with the nicotine patch, I don't know if I've had one of those really super vivid dreams in the first week. If I have, I haven't had anything that I can really remember. There will be, sometimes you get lucky and they just miss them, but 2200, you know what you're looking into. You're looking at about $300 for the, $300 possibly in shipping and import. I hope not. Hope it doesn't happen, man. God bless you. That's the other goddamn thing. about ordering stuff from the US, like always probably kills me, is the fact there's those huge import fees. Like it's bad enough you got to pay like whenever I ordered something from Arcade1Up, like I already felt sick to my stomach when I had to pay $250 shipping to get my product here, and like you're like already feeling like an idiot for paying that much, and then all of a sudden then you get hit with that import fee as well of like another $150-$200. It sucks, man. Sucks. Yeah, Goofyfoot knows. If I did, I'd remember. Nothing super memorable yet. So anyways, guys, I think that's what I'm going to do. I think Ease 10 is the clear winner for me right now. Nordics, I've already got a ton of time invested in it, so I think that's the one I'm going to go to. Dragon Quest 3 is up next. But then, again, like, I mean, it's an embarrassment of riches here. There's just so much good stuff to play right now. I don't know. Anyways, I still, like, I'm only like 10 hours into Triangle Strategy. I don't know when I'm getting through that. Anyways, it's just a really cool time to be an RPG fan because there's lots of cool stuff coming out, and I don't get to talk about like stuff I like this enough, so I just wanted to bring it up. Anyways, guys, that's enough of me. I've gone over. Well, yeah, I didn't jump in. I just walked up to him. I was like, guys, leave him alone. That's the cool thing. It possibly could be. Anyways, guys, thanks so much for hanging out. I'm going to get out of here, not smoke, go play a little bit more Triangle Strategy before bed, or maybe I'll get some time in on Horizon Zero Dawn again before I go to sleep. Thank you so much for watching me tonight, watching me ramble. Positive stream, lots of cool RPGs coming out. AtGames release a new theme with a great deal with the SSF kit installed for people who like it. It's a much more cohesive, good-looking cabinet. Good stuff there. And, of course, finally, some good Arcade1Up news. Something for me to be happy about and positive about. Not that it's a cab I really super want, but the Golden Tee Midway XL cab is available in Canada. And if I want it, I can actually get it. That makes me happy. Yeah, good luck with the election tomorrow, guys. Get out and vote. Make sure your voice is heard. Make your decision, whatever the hell you want. Thank you very much, everybody. Have a good night. This has been Chillin' Chat with Michael B.